Welcome to The Buzz. My name's Tony Celzo. We're here with Doug Marvel and Spatial Marvels. Doug, Spatial Marvels, that's a pretty unique name for your company. Now, what the heck do you do?
Well, it's a form of computerized mapping systems.
Okay.
It's a spatial technologies. Okay.
Okay.
So.
What does that mean to Homer Simpson business owner? What do you do with that spatial technology?
Well, there's all kinds of applications for spatial technology in doing mapping. One area is in like routing applications and being able to find our way around the city and things,
Sure.
and we see that like in the Google Maps and the MapQuest and the GPS systems.
So if somebody's got a crew of maybe 10 trucks, you're going to help them make more efficient routes.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. You know, I can help them plan their day out a little better, or that salesperson that's looking to plan their day out much better,
Okay.
be more efficient.
How about other applications? What else could you do with this technology?
Well, there's a lot of application in sales and marketing.
Okay.
We can, get into specific areas and determine where people live and what their spending habits are and different factors and, profiling customers and prospects.
Let's talk about that a little bit more, because I think there's something there that our members really don't understand, is that once you have a database of clients, and I have a history of database marketing, that's really one of the reasons Rainmakers is here. Once you have a database of clients and you know where they live, there's a whole array of personal data that you have access to. Is that true?
Correct. That is correct.
And you can help people use that data to draw more intelligent decisions about their business.
Correct. Yeah.
Now give me an example of that.
Okay, well, if, for instance, if a company wanted to locate a new store, okay?
Let me even interrupt you there.
Okay.
Like we've got a client, and I apologize, I'm taking over your Buzz show, but we've got a client like Bo Rayleigh, who's opening a store here on the north side for Exercise Inc. You're welcome, Bo. So he's opening a new store. He's got a database of clients. What kind of information can we glean to know as he goes into the north side?
Well, he can get a better understanding of his current clients. He can understand, the income levels, or the demographic information. He can understand, how far they're driving to get to his facility and things like that.
Spending habits?
Spending habits,
Can you figure out what they're spending money on?
Yeah, there are consumer expenditure databases that are specifically geared toward, expressing that kind of information.
So you could actually take those databases, layer them on top of each other, and really pull some power information out of it.
Correct.
And that's one of the things that I think, our members really don't understand about what you do, is that once you have a database of significant size, you can really use some other databases, mixing that in and looking at different metrics.
Correct.
To really glean some powerful information about what the people you sell to.
Correct.
Is that fair?
Correct. Yes, that's correct.
Now, what other type of strategic businesses need that type of information and could use your products and services to create more value for their clients?
Well, I think the sales manager, who's looking to do territory analysis, so he gets a better understanding of what his sales people are doing, which then leads to, better understanding of the markets and what's going on
Sales
out there.
manager, great. Who else?
There's fleet managers, people who are looking to be more efficient in the way with their delivery or service routes.
Okay.
Then you can tie these things into work order management systems and things like that to help facilitate that and make that a much.
And then really the marketing arm too. Anybody doing strategic marketing consulting or database marketing in general,
yes. Right.
It can use your technologies to really pull out some powerful information, right?
Correct.
And by powerful, I mean information that can be used to make better use of your marketing dollar. Is that
correct?
Right?
Yeah.
Now, just kind of, so if we understand that your target is fleet managers, sales managers, and really that CMO, that marketing manager, really your strategic partners are potentially the people calling on fleet managers, right?
Correct.
The people calling on that director of marketing.
Yes.
And the people calling on that sales manager. Is that fair?
Yes, that's correct.
So like your sales consultants could be a good second-tier relationship for you.
Correct.
Marketing managers could be a good second-tier relationship for you. Fair?
Correct.
And then really one of the things that I just thought of is logistics. People consulting on logistics.
Sure.
You're not really competition, yet you augment their value proposition and maybe even could be subcontracted to them on a certain level.
Absolutely.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Well, that's really what I wanted to kind of glean out. I mean, you've had you have just an array of powerful technology that the average small business doesn't know that they have access to.
Correct. Yeah, this is a technology that's been, totally embraced by the large corporations. And it is, kind of a daunting task to integrate this type of technology into, because it is, bigger systems and more expensive systems. But through my services and consulting services, I want to bring that same level of capability to the small to medium-sized company.
Now, let me pin you down a little bit. What type of sales size do most of the companies that you tend to work with have, or do they have different attributes?
They have all kinds of attributes. There's some organizations, or one organization I was working with that have over 500 salespeople nationwide, and then there's other organizations that just have a few salespeople.
Okay.
So it really depends, and that's where the consulting part comes in,
Sure.
is to getting an understanding of what your business does and how you do your business and how this technology can be applied to that business.
Now, Doug, do they all have a lot of consumers? Do they all have large databases of customers? Is that a common characteristic?
No, not always.
Really?
I mean, sometimes it can be, a small set of customers and clients, but other times it could be a very large, type of.
Do you typically skew to one or the other?
No, I don't, because performing the type of analysis and the consulting that I do really applies to the same either way.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, if you are out there and you're selling to sales managers, to marketing, the vice president of marketing or marketing managers, or you're selling to, what was the last one? Fleet managers?
To fleet managers.
Then you might be a good strategic resource for Doug, and Doug might be a great strategic resource to your clients. So keep him in mind. You've been on the buzz. Thanks, Doug.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.